Welcome to the John J. Moore Athletic Center on NJCU GothicNights.com. Ralph Bednarchik getting you set for NJCU taking on Rutgers Newark. But prior to the game, a special presentation as junior Sam Toney is presented a commemorative basketball after scoring his 1,000th career point on November 28th. Athletic Director Mr. Tucker and the head coach Mark Brown both present for the photo op prior to this one, so congratulations to Sam, a preseason first-team All-American and NJCU's leading scorer this year. Once again, he's been that since his freshman year, averaging over 16 points, shooting 40% from the floor and 35% from three. Hello again and welcome. I'm Ralph Bednarchik. Rutgers Newark, the Scarlet Raiders in at 4-3, 1-3 in the NJAC. They've dropped 2 in a row as they visit the Gothic Knights here in Jersey City. NJCU is 2-2. They came in off of a frustrating loss at Montclair State on Wednesday, 81-76, where they trailed by a big margin early. Before battling back, they trailed by 18 in the second, got to within 1, but could not complete the comeback. And NJCU coach Mark Brown frustrated with the lack of defense there, particularly on the heels of an impressive home victory on Monday the 3rd against Albertus Magnus, the dominant team out of the GNAC, the Greater Northern Athletic Conference, where they won that game 104-83, including putting together what Coach Brown felt was the best first half he had ever seen in his 12 seasons coaching NJCU. So they were not able to follow that up, but they hope they can today against the Scarlet Raiders. Introducing the Scarlet Raiders lineup, they're led by senior point guard, 6'1" Newark, New Jersey native Tyler Ofrey. Ofrey joined the backcourt by 6'2" sophomore from Maplewood, Mike Vick, who's back with the program after sitting out last season. On the wing, Chase Barnes is a 5'11" junior from Woodbridge, New Jersey's Colonia High School. The four-man is the talented two-time honorable mention NJAC player Mark Isofia Thomas at 6'4" from Marist High, a native of Newark. And then the 5 spot, 6'6" sophomore center Dante Ralph from East Brunswick, New Jersey, and East Brunswick High under 17th year head coach Joe Lafrene. Introducing the starters for NJCU. Shaquan Worthy has been the leader of the backcourt, senior point guard from Trenton Central, and he's joined in the backcourt by LeVron Green, senior shooting guard from Teaneck High, Teaneck, New Jersey. A senior on the wing, and Yuri Brutus at 6'5" from Roselle Park High School in Roselle. Playing the 4 is Sam Toney, 6'4", 220, the preseason All-American from Plainfield by way of Williamstown, New Jersey in South Jersey. And playing the 5 is Chico Wosu with his older brother Chiwe on the coaching staff. Chica, 6'5", 250 pounds, sophomore center from Jersey City's University Academy Charter High, and the head coach, graduate of Siena, where he was a great point guard, playing in the MAC, Mark Brown, in his 12th season coaching NJCU. Earlier today, it was the Rutgers Newark women pulling away from NJCU women and picking up the victory. 59 to, I'll check out the final, 67-53 was the final of that one. Our officials for this one, Chris Jennings, Scott Rusak, and Thomas Fitzgerald. The Scarlet Raiders in the red on red, NJCU in the white on white. And we'll see what kind of passion and energy the Gothic Knights come out. And as Coach Mark Brown mentioned to me pregame, that we have to play much better defensively. They had a very flat start at Montclair State on Wednesday against a good program, and they can't wait to get into the game emotionally. Tap controlled by NJCU. And a zone look by Rutgers Newark to start. LeVron Green on the tough pull-up, knocks it down to start the scoring. Green shooting 44% from the floor for a guard, 53% from three, and 8 points per game, having an outstanding senior year. Chase Barney's dynamite shooter. Dribble handoff for Ofre, the point guard. Backdoor cut and an easy lay-in for Barney's. NJCU caught ball watching there, 2-2. Barney's is a lethal outside shooter. Brutus, as he looks down low, they sag off of him. Worthy with a reset with the shot clock at 11. Worthy on the entry. Brutus, tough catch. And we get a foul underneath the basket. This will be against Dante Ralph, the Rutgers Newark center. Head coach Joe Loughran does not have a lot of post depth. So already 1 minute into the game, a foul against Dante Ralph. This could bear watching. But an offensive foul inside is called against LeVron Green. Trying to set a screen, so one foul apiece. Barney's to bring it up into the hands of Ofre. Barney's as he looked down low. Barney's is the leading scorer, averaging over 18 points per game. Ofre, shot clock to 2, has to force it up. And it's a shot clock violation and a better defensive effort there from NJCU. Some of the percentages that Coach Mark Brown of NJCU is disappointed in. His team is giving up over 75 points per game, near the bottom of the NJAC, and also 43% from the floor for opponents. And opponents shooting 35% from beyond the arc. And NJCU only out-rebounding opponents by 4. Shot clock to 7 for Worthy. Tied it too early. Tony trying to create space, takes it in, and the blocking foul is called as he took it in against Mark Isofia Thomas. Isofia Thomas picking up his first, so Sam Tony to the free throw line, where he is 76%. And Tony able to flip up the first one down. Tony had a remarkable 20-point first half last Monday against Albertus Magnus. He has both and a 4-2 lead for NJCU. Tony became the 25th player in NJCU history to get over 1,000 career points. Ofre in the entry. Isofia Thomas works against Green to the right-hand jump hook. And that's off as Mark Brown up from his bench wanted the travel call. Isofia Thomas, a very good player, averaging 14 points, 9 rebounds. And now an offensive foul, a moving screen against NJCU's Shaquan Worthy. So Ofre as he enters to Isofia Thomas. And Isofia Thomas again trying to take LeVron Green into the low box. Has got a couple of inches, some weight on him. Ofre, big step, stripped away by Worthy. Ralph got on the floor to get it. On the pickup outside by Barney. Shot clock to 4. Isofia Thomas will get himself to the free throw line. And the foul is against LeVron Green, picking up his second. So that's going to get Denzel Banks up off the NJCU bench. Ralph working on Wosu and scores. Nice touch from Dante Ralph out of East Brunswick, New Jersey. He and starting wing player Mike Vick, both teammates in high school, as a travel outside called on Yuri Brutus. So Green exits and Denzel Banks back in. Banks is the Gothic Knights' second leading scorer, nearly 13 a game. He plays starters minutes. Barney's got a clean look for three. Nobody called out the screen. Chase Barney's comes in at 40% from beyond the arc, and Rutgers Newark grabs the lead. Banks got the skip pass. Worthy on the kick. Tony off one dribble. And a battle for the rebound with Wosu, and an offensive foul over the back will be the call against Yuri Brutus. So 4 team fouls less than 4 minutes in against the Gothic Knights. Rutgers Newark will bring in Quincy Rutherford, 6'3" sophomore from Harrison that attended Eastern Christian. Rutherford is, as Coach Joe Lofgren says, he's a much improved physical wing that's added a scoring dimension. He's coming along and has taken some steps forward. Rutherford now averaging nearly 6 points a game and has emerged as the top bench player for Rutgers Newark. Vic matched up by Tony. Ofre with the shot clock at 5. Met in a switch by Wosu. A step back 3. And a knockdown from Tyler Ofre, who came in at just 23% from beyond the arc. First field goal for Ofre, and Rutgers Newark now by 6. Tony bowls his way through. Tony, the leaner, and it's off, and rebound. Both Banks and Ralph after it will get the held ball, and it'll point to the Scarlet Raiders. So Rutgers Newark with a pair of threes. Joe Lofgren's style for a long time has been more defensive minded, and they are #1 in scoring defense in the league, and there they get an easy one on the other end from Chase Barney's, who's got 7 of the 12 points. Rutgers Newark leads the conference, allowing just a shade over 63 points per game. And they've put together an 8-0 run. Tony now the entry. Draws a double team, flips it up, and that's off. So tough shooting start for Sam Tony. He's missed his first 3. Rutgers Newark has opened up 5 of 7. Ofre turned the corner. He may have carried it. And the foul outside. Yuri Brutus picking up the personal. And Brutus picking up his second. 12-4, Rutgers Newark in the early going with a timeout on the floor. 14:24 remaining. And Rutgers Newark, now their head coach, Joe Lofgren, his 17th season. Prior to his arrival in 2001, the Raiders had posted just 2 winning seasons since 1988. And only 1 trip to the NJAC tournament. And now this has been extended to a full timeout, but now they've become a very quality program. This year, preseason number 7 in the NJAC with 10 newcomers and 9 freshmen. One of those newcomers, Mike Vick, had played for the program back in 16-17 before leaving to take care of academics and then returning. And they have 3 key seniors in Ofre, Isiofia Thomas, and Barnes to go along with all the newcomers. Lofgren has taken the team twice to the NCAA tournament, 2013 and 2010. He's got over 250 career wins, become one of the deans of coaches in the NJAC. 2016, Scarlet Raiders going 20-8, 14-4. Since then, NJCU has won the last 6 meetings. Last year was a dogfight. 80-68 won by NJCU, but they trailed by 7 at the half before putting together a huge second. 5 players ended up in double figures. And NJCU's offense this year has not been the issue. 81 points per game, second in the conference, but they're giving up 75. That's been the point of emphasis for Coach Mark Brown. Rutgers Newark out of the timeout, leading 12-4. Also into the game as Rutherford took it in. And an offensive foul. And the offensive foul against Quincy Rutherford. Team foul number 3. And with the pace of play that Joe Loughran's teams play at, they usually don't turn it over a lot, just their seconds. Popping out, James Julius onto the floor for the first time for NJCU, senior from Linden, and he steps into a 3. Using the screen, Julius off the bench. First 3 for the Gothic Knights. And for Julius, that's a welcome shot. Came in just 2 of 17 from 3. Ofre on the turnaround jumper. Tyler Ofre with 5. And a veteran backcourt as back to a man look for Rutgers Newark. Julius, and as he took the hop step, call for traveling. And Mark Brown upset just before freshman Tyrone Bowers Jr. came out to defend him. Bowers Jr. from Union High School in Jersey. And Rutgers Newark, I think they brought Isiofia Thomas back in. And also Xavier Towns, a freshman guard from Sayreville, is into the game for the first time. And now a foul away from the ball against Rutgers Newark. Moving screen called against Isiofia Thomas. And that is the second on Isiofia Thomas. So Joe Loughran has to take him out of the game. And he gets very young with Jameer Patterson. Patterson from South Jersey, Mullica Hill, Kingsway High School. Patterson's a great athlete, more of an energy player, not a refined offensive player at this point in his career. 14-7 Rutgers Newark. And also James Richardson to the game for the first time for the Gothic Knights, number 3. Worthy with a reset at 7. Richardson into a deep 3. Richardson just his second make of the season, now 2 of 7. Product from Snyder High School, literally 300 yards away from where we sit. 14-10, a 3 from Barney's. Chase Barney, 16 threes this season, among the leaders in the NJAC, averaging about 2.5 threes a game. Banks turning the corner. Worthy. But Sam Toney off the court. Wosu off the double. Wosu. It comes outside. Denzel Banks drills another 3. third made three for the Gothic Knights. They're within one. Mark Brown asking for the foul on the double down on Chico Wosu. But the pace of the game, much to the liking of the Scarlet Raiders. They prefer low-scoring types of games. Ofre. And an offensive foul, moving screen again. Or check that rather, Ofre using the off arm. 5 team fouls now apiece as Sam Toney returns for NJCU. We've played 9 minutes of this opening half. James Julius. Worthy got trapped underneath and picks up another foul, and that's 6. Chase Barnes will pick up the personal. Well, team shooting a good percentage. This has been a low possession kind of game. 6 of 9 Rutgers Newark, 4 of 7 NJCU. Toney still without a field goal. Julius rocks and knocks down a 3. Second made 3 for James Julius. He's matched his season output in this first half. NJCU takes the lead and a timeout called by Rutgers Newark. 16-14 as NJCU has made 4 of 5 from 3 to pull in front. Talking to Mark Brown about his team's defense. Have to come out a little tougher at the start, came out flat on Wednesday. Solid start here today in terms of focus, and credit Rutgers Newark for slowing the game down. But defensively, too many open shots. They gave up a backdoor early, and still too high for percentage allowed, as Rutgers Newark is 6 of 9. And neither defense between a zone and a man has particularly impressed him, but he's happy with Shaquan Worthy controlling the paint, and rather the point. And calls Rutgers Newark the hardest playing team in the league consistently. And great credit to Joe Lofren. So now Vic back in the game for Rutgers Newark with Ofre on the bench. So Vic will now run the point. It also goes back and brings on B.J. Honus, a freshman from Bridgewater, New Jersey, who's a good shooter. Here is Honus. Honus tripped up and picks up the NJCU foul as Graylin Vereen picks up the personal, team's 6th. And Vereen gives Shaquan Worthy a blow here. And Vereen just trying to come in and not turn the ball over. Rutherford took it across the lane and scores. Power move from Quincy Rutherford. We're tied at 16. Quickly Richardson knocking down the J. And the NJCU bench has performed well. Vic met in a switch by Toney. NJCU is stuck in a man-to-man. Vic, the tough pull-up over Toney. And a battle for the rebound will get a tie-up. Arrow points to NJCU. NJCU has seen Rutgers Newark missed the tournament the last 2 years. But preseason number 7, again, top 6 make it. So the team will be knocking on the door. Can Rutgers Newark steal this one today? They're already backed into a corner at 1-3. Vereen looking for Julius. And Julius will drive. Loose ball picked up, gathered by Richardson, who will score. It will count. James Richardson with a significant contribution in this opening half. He's got 7. And the foul coming against Vic, picking up his first. So it's been James Richardson that leads all players. He's got 8 following the made free throw, and NJCU has now its largest lead of this early contest. Under 9 minutes to go. First half, 21-16. Richardson, the senior, who has had his best season. Had a career-high 15 points in the win last week against Albertus Magnus. A 3 is off from Honus. Long rebound by Rutherford. But then a double dribble as Rutherford was caught in between. So Richardson has fought his way into a greater rotation in his first and only season. As he takes Ofre off the dribble. Banks off a screen, 1 dribble pull-up. And it rolled off for him. Offensive rebound. Vereen missed it. And then Vereen able to tap it up and in. Braylon Vereen had to stay with it. And the lead swells to 7. Timeout, Rutgers Newark. So Joe Loughran has seen his offense become stagnant. 7 of 12 shooting. NJCU now 8 of 13. And it's been a game of one and dones. And Sam Toney is yet to finish with a field goal, but James Richardson, perfect 3 of 3, 8 points. James Julius, 2 made threes, has 6. And that's comprising the NJCU offense. And Richardson has started to force his way into much more playing time between he and LeVron Green. And let's talk more about James Richardson. As he got the skip pass here, and no hesitation to knock down. Richardson just playing with great confidence, came in just 1 of 6 from 3. Has shown himself to be a good slasher, shooting 83% from the line, 7 points off the bench, 3 rebounds, and he is really pushing LeVron Green for the starting 2-guard spot. And 2 players that are seniors, and that's great depth for Mark Brown to have. And we'll get the foul against Greenleen Vereen, and that's team foul number 7. So Green just picked up number 2. He exits. Shaquan Worthy back in after an extended break. So here comes a 1-and-1 for Tyler Ofre. Ofre, a fine leader. He has what you want out of the point guard. 83% free throw shooter, averaging 4 assists a game. 11 points per game. Turns it over, I think, too much for Joe Loughran's liking. Nearly even assists to turnovers. Almost identical. As Ofre has the first. 6 points for him. Attended the Church Farm School in Exton, Pennsylvania, but he is a Jersey native. Joe Loughran talks about his maturity, good decision maker, and they need him to add more offense as he has 7 now after the second make. It's a 5-point NJCU lead. Man-to-man look again by Rutgers Newark. Worthy to hand off for Richardson. Richardson knifing his way through. James Richardson, in the midst of a huge first half, has 10. And Richardson may be flirting with a career game today in an NJCU uniform. Ofre, backdoor pass for Barney's thrown away. Sixth turnover by Rutgers Newark. They average 14 turnovers a game. On the drive, then the leaner. This one off by Denzel Banks. Banks got it back and gets it to fall. Banks with 5. And the Gothic Knights bench has been super in this game. Timeout, Rutgers Newark. $23 of the 27 points by NJCU have been scored by the bench. With 6:43 to go, and Rutgers Newark now looking at its largest deficit of the game of 9. And for Rutgers Newark, they are not necessarily built to come from behind, shooting just 33% from 3. And especially behind Chase Barney's, not a lot of three-point production. So they're a team that needs to hang around and find ways to execute late to win games. Each team with 17 fouls. Vic slipped and he picked up his pivot foot just a touch. And that's another turnover, number 8. Six and a half left. Into the corner, Banks. Zone look now, Rutgers Newark. Banks off the skip pass. Wosu tipping the rebound, and right to Dante Ralph. Where will Rutgers Newark get some offense? Is Sophia Thomas on the bench with 2 fouls, has yet to score. Ofre. And then Ofre's pass batted away, and the pickup by Richardson. Richardson leading the way to Denzel Banks on the reverse. An 11-point lead, an amazing 25 first half bench points by NJCU in less than 15 minutes. Vic found an opening and a collision and a foul. He ran into Denzel Banks on the personal. So Rutgers Newark with Isiofia Thomas on the bench, who averages 14 points, 9 rebounds. And Barnes, after an early few shots, has not gotten any clean looks. This is Mike Vick. Vick at 65% from East Brunswick High School. Misses both. We near the 5-minute mark of the opening half tonight. It was also Alumni Day today at NJCU. The under 40 and over 40 game was played. That's a missed three by Banks. And the rebound saved by Brown, but right to Richardson, who floats in and scores. James Richardson with a super opening half. It continues. And this is a 15-2 run by NJCU. Ofre, beautiful backdoor look to Dante Ralph. What a pass by Ofre. Able to curl that ball between defenders. And Dante Ralph rolling to the basket. Dante Ralph, 5 rebounds, 5 points, 3.5 rebounds. A nice specimen for Rutgers Newark to work with. A skilled big that Joe Lofgren expects to take a significant step forward. Averaged 3.5 points, 3.5 rebounds last year as a backup big. He makes the free throw, and the lead cut to 10. And now a trap by Rutgers Newark. Ofre nearly saved it. They're going to reset the shot clock back to 23 for NJCU. Worthy picking up his dribble against the zone look. LeVron Green fades back into a three. And on the rebound, Barnes. And Barnes had it knocked away by Tony out of bounds. Barnes, after some early looks, 3 of 4. And he has not gotten enough shots for Rutgers Newark. Barnes, there's a clean look, and he misses a good look at a 3. Offensive rebound, Tyler Ofre. And the pass down low for Ofre, stolen away. Great three-quarter defense by Worthy. And Worthy to take it in to score. Shaquan Worthy, not normally looking for a lot of offense, averages 5 points. Ofre to leave it. Vick, feet set, missing the 3. And the foul on the boxing out action. That's LeVron Green they'll get. So Green just picked up his 3rd. And 9th team foul. So as James Richardson just subbed out, we'll see Graylin Vereen check back in and Denzel Banks. But Marcus Isiofia Thomas to the free throw line. And Isiofia Thomas still looking for his first points and has it here with 3:08 to go in the half. Ethiopia Thomas, two-time honorable mention All-NJAC, averaged 14.5 points per game last year. Crafty score around the rim, but they have not been able to get him on any post-ups. He makes both. And can Rutgers Newark just weather the storm, get Ethiopia Thomas back on the court for the whole game? Inside Wosu, and he missed it. And a chance to cut into the lead for Rutgers Newark. Into the fall-away, Ethiopia Thomas. That's his game, mid-range game for Mark. And his first bucket. And slowly Rutgers Newark has found a way to hang in. Now switching defenses out. It comes to Julius, who hits a three. James Julius with 3 first-half threes. (36-25). Barnes will try the three off of a dribble. That spun out. Off of a trap and being forced out is Denzel Banks. Team foul number 8 will send Banks to the free throw line where he's 59%. Rutgers Newark on the way to hanging around in this game, stop fouling. And the Gothic Knights 5 of 9 from 3 has been a big story, along with their bench production. Off on the 1-and-1. Rutgers Newark just 2 of 7 from 3. Barnes takes it to the rim. Blocked out of bounds by Julius. One and a half left first half. Pass up top. Banks and Ofre coming my way. And he knocked that out of bounds. Into the lap of Mark Brown. So it stays with Rutgers Newark. Ofre, they try to backdoor him. The ISO against Tony. Ethiopia Thomas back over his left shoulder, missed it. And this will be last touch by Julius. (36-25). Fresh shot clock for Rutgers Newark. Shooting a very healthy 57%. But they haven't gotten many shots off. And NJCU at 58% has drilled 5 threes, the main difference. Ethiopia Thomas tries the three. And another offensive rebound pulled out as Ofre, the point guard, pulled it out. Ofre, the kick. Vic. Ofre wants the screen. The pull-up over Tony is short. And Julius corrals the miss. Rutgers Newark now 2 of 9 from 3. Julius. Offensive board, Wosu. A rare bucket from a starter of this Gothic Knights first half, 38-25. And Chico Wosu the finish, averaging nearly 8 points a game and shooting a even 50%. Shot clock turned off to close out the first half. NJCU used a 15-2 run to create some separation. Now the backdoor pass, that was a bad one by Barnes. Up ahead, the heave was short by Tony. to take care of the first half. 38-25 NJCU on Alumni Day. Looking to move to 3-2 in the NJAC. Rutgers Newark here on the road, hoping to avoid falling into a deeper corner. They're 1-3 in the league. James Richardson with a huge opening half for NJCU. Had 12 points on 5 of 5. James Julius, 3 of 4 from 3, has 9. Rutgers Newark led in scoring by Tyler Ofrays, 7 points. And Chase Barney's also with 7. I'll come back in about 15 minutes to bring you the second half on NJCUGothicKnights.com. NJCU with a halftime lead of 38-25 as we rejoin you here from the John J. Moore Athletic Center on the campus of New Jersey City University in Jersey City. Ralph Bednarczyk with you on NJCU GothicNights.com. Main theme from the first half, the NJCU bench was outstanding. 30 of their 38 points coming off the bench, including 12 from James Richardson, who has a chance to set a new career high for himself, or at least an NJCU career high for the senior in his first and only season in the program. Sam Toney, the team's leading scorer, has been held to just 2 points on free throws. 0 of 3, and Toney played almost the full 20 minutes. Only attempted 3 shots and had a pair of rebounds. But Rutgers Newark has been able to play the game at the tempo they would like. Ofre, quick catch and shoot, opens up the scoring with an early 3. Tyler Ofre is the first Scarlet Raider to double figures with 10. And meanwhile, in that opening half, NJC was able to go 5 of 10 from 3. In addition to all the good work from their bench. Worthy, and his pass through the hands of Yuri Brutus, and an unforced turnover. Just the 6th NJCU turnover. Rutgers Newark with 10 in the opening half. Rutgers Newark, though, shot a healthy percentage, 44%, but NJCU up at 58% in the first half. Isiofia Thomas against Toney. Drop step, missing the good look. Isiofia Thomas only played 11 minutes in the first half. And now an offensive foul as Toney ran over Chase Barnes. And for Sam Toney, that's just his first. And Ofre against pressure will bring the ball up. Ofre listed 6'1", appears like he plays a lot bigger than that, at least relative to the 5'7" Shaquan Worthy. Ofre draws the help. Isiofia Thomas. And he's missed his first 2 of the half. He is Rutgers' leading scorer second leading scorer at 14 a game. Inside the shot missed by LeVron Green. Got it out to Toney. As he misses, a foul on the floor. And this one going against Rutgers Newark. Dante Ralph picking up the personal. That'll be his second first team foul. And now an offensive foul. Yuri Brutus trying to set a screen and got caught. So that's another NJCU turnover. Also Chase Barnes, 7 points. He came in averaging 18. And Barnes has not had many clean looks from 3. Ofre now the low box. Picked up his dribble early, and then his pass turned over. LeVron Green with the takeaway. Toney off the dribble handoff. Wosu into a double, then powers his way up and down. Good job by Chico Wosu to turn away from the double team. And the second field goal for Chica, and the lead to 12 again. NJCU led by as many as 13 in the first half. Barnes, a contested 3, goes down. Barnes with the 3-point make. His second made 3, and he has 10. Rutgers Newark We'd love to see him get hot. And the pass down low, intercepted. Isiofia Thomas, the weak side help defender, stepping in front of Wosu. Barney's a transition look, a consecutive three. Timeout NJCU. They did not locate the shooter. And Chase Barney's, that's what he is capable of. It's a 6-point game in a hurry. Barney's with his third three. And with 13 points. And this game is very dangerous for NJCU as Rutgers Newark is going to find ways to hang around with their defense. Barney's averaging 18 points per game, a 40% three-point shooter. And an excellent player that plays well within himself. Typically plays the off guard, 5'11" junior from Colonia High School and a native of Woodbridge. And this has been Barney's breakout year. Last year, averaged 13.8, 33% from three, up to 40% this year, and as a result, shooting and scoring over 18 a game. NJCU will keep the same lineup out on the floor. Three and a half into the second half. And this one deflecting out as Barney's got his hand on it. And now Coach Mark Brown is going to get Denzel Banks into the game for Sam Toney. And for Toney, as he is still trying to get himself going from the field and rebounding, is 0 for 4, still just 2 points for Sam. And Tyrone Bowers just picked up a foul, trying to deal with Chico Wosu. Bowers, a very good prospect for this Rutgers Newark team. Green, hounded by Ofre. LeVron Green into traffic, offensive foul. And that is the 4th foul on LeVron Green. So the NJCU starters, for the most part, struggling. And up comes James Richardson to try to save the day again. So Green is going to sit, and Richardson, who had 12 points in 11 minutes, back on the floor. And Rutgers Newark, a chance to get within a possession. They look to post up Isiofia Thomas. Barney's came off of a screen and has his third three in less than 4 minutes. It is a one-possession game. And a foul underneath against Rutgers Newark again. And Tyrone Bowers, who's having a big problem dealing with Chico Wosu. Now Chase Barney's with a game-high 16 points. This is Banks able to spin it off the fadeaway. Barney's a quick transition three, front rim. And NJCU escapes that miss. Richardson the lead for Julius. NJCU searching for consistency in the offensive end. And they're in a good battle today with Rutgers Newark. Richardson Passed up the layup, went to the corner for Banks. And a foul will be against Rutgers Newark, and that's the third foul here in a few minutes by Tyrone Bowers Jr. He's going to leave. And Joe Loughran, no choice. He has to bring back Dante Ralph. Richardson, and picked up the hand-checking foul against Ofre. Number 2 on Ofre. And the 5th team foul. And another foul on the pass on the baseline of the bounds. 16 fouls. And Joe Loughran with his hands in his head. NJCU is going to shoot the rest of the game. Banks, pull up. 11 for Denzel Banks. Vick stepping through, finger roll missed. Vick on his own tip. First field goal for Mike Vick. And taking it to traffic, that's Denzel Banks picking up the whistle. So free throws from the 14:01 mark of the second half. Vick picking up his second. And it's actually his third. So Denzel Banks to shoot the 1-and-1, 59%. And for NJCU, while they've only attempted 4 free throws to this point, and they may end up living at the free throw line the rest of this night. Banks with 13 to lead the Gothic Knights. Barnes and Richardson upset about that call. So Chase Barnes was also an outstanding free throw shooter at 85%. He's going to get himself to the line. And Barnes a real anchor for this team. He's third in the NJAC in scoring with that 18-point-per-game number, but he misses a free throw. And with the Scarlet Raiders picked to finish 7th in the NJAC, they have some pieces. The question is, how far will their newcomers come along? He gets the second, 6-point game. Rutgers Newark back to a trapping zone look, the pass deflected. Looks like a 2-1-2 trap with Brown, or rather Dante Ralph in the middle. Banks missing a 3, out of bounds. Rutgers Newark had trimmed it to 3 a few minutes ago. Ofre, Barnes off a double screen. Barnes continues and picks up the foul. They'll get Denzel Banks in the personal. And NJCU a few times in this one have gotten hung up on screens, and Barnes has gotten free. Second foul on Banks. And Vic is going to return now for Barnes. I imagine this is going to be a very brief breather for him. Dante Ralph forces it up. Good defense by Wosu. He would not budge. Julius, tough step back. Too tough. Offensive rebound, Richardson. To the corner, Banks relocates. Up ahead, the pass gunned ahead for Isiofia Thomas, but it's out of bounds. Rare time Rutgers Newark is really trying to push the issue. And timeout called Joe Loughran. Still just a 6-point game. Truly has been a chess match and a good battle between these two. Up next for NJCU, they'll have the whole week off to get ready for TCNJ on the road on Saturday. Then the break for Christmas until the 29th. Well, they'll play in the Teal tournament. Well, they'll take on Teal. That'll take place at Worcester College in the Worcester Kiwanis Classic. That'll be at Worcester College in Ohio. Teal and Worcester on the 29th and 30th. Before we ring in the new year, getting back into NJAC play on the 5th against Stockton.
Wait for the screen. Wait for the screen. Don't even call it.
Worthy maneuvers his way through the trap. Feed to Wosu, and Wosu was challenged and fouled. Dante Ralph picking up his third. Chico Wosu, a 59% free throw shooter. Chico, first full year starter, 6'5", carries his weight well at 250. And NJCU just their second miss, 5 of 7. Missing both. Rutgers Newark, another chance to make it a one-possession game. Isiofia Thomas fades away and then hits the mid-range jumper. 6 points for Isiofia Thomas. Sam Toney getting set to check back in for NJCU. Julius, men in the catch very quickly by Towns. And Toney will replace Wosu, so he will play the 5 spot. Banks rolling to the basket, Toney, and he's fouled. So for Sam Toney, just his second trip to the free throw line, and he shoots tons of free throws. averages in the area of 5 free throw attempts a game. Tony at 76%. And remarkably here with 11:19 to go, and Tony still looking for his first field goal. And there's just his 3rd point. Chase Barnes returns for Rutgers Newark. And a loose ball pass picked up by Banks. Up ahead, Worthy. He'll take it in. No, he missed it. But then the rim was pulled down by the netting by Xavier Towns. That's basket interference and a basket for Worthy. Thought Worthy would lay it off there for Tony to get him a dunk. And if the rim is not pulled down or the netting not pulled down, that ball was not going in. So a break for NJCU at 50-42. A good trap is on. Rutherford ahead for Barnes. Barnes takes it around Richardson to score. Back to a 6-point game, 19 for Chase Barnes. 12 of which have come here in the second half. Tony bulls his way through, still can't get going, asking for the foul. And Tony 0 for 5. Running the floor, Isiofia Thomas, and a foul on the other end. Second on Richardson. And Mark Isiofia Thomas will shoot 2 at 71%. Second trip to the line. Able to get that first one. So the lead players for Rutgers Newark have stepped up in the second half. And they continue to push this game closer. 50-46. Biggest issue for Rutgers Newark, they have 9 team fouls with 10:20 to play. Richardson taking on Rutherford, in and out. Offensive rebound, Richardson will leave it there, and the shot missed. Missed inside by Banks. Rutherford makes it a 2-point game. Rutgers Newark hung around the entire first half, regrouped, and Joe Loughran's team, who is #1 in the conference at scoring defense, has played the game exactly to their recipe. Tony to the corner, Banks missed a good look. And they have held NJCU second in the conference in scoring here to just 50. And an NJCU foul is on Shaquan Worthy. And Rutgers Newark now into the bonus. And it's going to be Isiofia Thomas to shoot. Yuri Brunis and Chico Wosu returning. And Joe Loffman will bring back his starting center, Dante Ralph. So Isiofia Thomas to try to tie the game. Only 2 field goals for Mark Isiofia Thomas, 2 of 6. But he plays the 4 spot, good mid-range game. And he does make both. We're tied at 50. Richardson to the corner for Banks. Wosu on the entry double team. Banks looks opposite, bad pass, stolen away. And then deflected out of bounds by by Worthy on Towns. And Rutgers Newark will have a chance to take the lead. Barney's spin dribble, wild shot, but he gets the late whistle. Late whistle, Shaquan Worthy the foul. And Barney's, and that's the 4th on Worthy. So Mark Brown has no choice. He has to bring in freshman backup point guard Graylin Vereen, and he'll bring back LeVron Green, who's going to play with 4 himself. And Barney's puts Rutgers Newark in front. Rutgers Newark last led 5 minutes into the game. Or make that 10 minutes into the game as Barney's puts them ahead 51-50. Make it 52-50. As he did make both, and the foul on the floor. And this is a foul on Chase Barney's, his 3rd. A timeout on the floor. (52-50) Rutgers Newark with 8:23 left. After the Barneys made free throws, Rutgers Newark has methodically gotten themselves back in the game. They've lost 6 straight meetings to NJCU. Rutgers Newark led in scoring by Chase Barney's 21 points, 14 of which have come here in less than 12 minutes of the second half on 7 of 13. The big thing, he's knocked down 3 threes. Tyler Ofrey has done his job, 10 points, 5 assists, but he's turned it over 5 times. And Mark Isiofia Thomas has chipped in 10. Including 6 here in the second half. That's comprised of scoring. And NJCU still without a field goal from Sam Toney, who's 0 for 5. He's made 4 free throws. NJCU searching for someone offensively. LeVron Green just 2 points. He's been saddled with foul trouble. They'll get Chico Wosu to the line here out of the timeouts. James Julius provided 9 points in a flurry of threes in the first half. And so did Denzel Banks in the first half. Banks has 6 of his 13 in the second. And other than that, it's really pulling teeth for Gothic Knights offense. That scored just 12 points in 12 minutes. Wosu makes the second. Rutgers Newark leads by 1 as we near the 8-minute mark of the second half in an NJAC game that looks determined and destined to go down to the wire. ISO for Isiofia Thomas, attacking Julius, who stripped it away with 8 to shoot. Barney's got it to Ralph, then knocked away and stolen by Green. Green will settle for the mid-range pull-up. NJCU back in front. Just a second field goal for LeVron Green. And now a travel called on Isiofia Thomas. Two-1-2 trap and extended zone pressure by Rutgers Newark. Richardson short of the 3. Good closeout by Isiofia Thomas. He leaks out ahead and takes it to the basket. Scarlet Raiders lead again. Vereen to skip it. Richardson on the drive across the lane. And an over-the-back call coming against Chico Wosu. And that's going to mean free throws for Rutgers Newark. And the other thing it means, it's Chase Barney's to shoot them. And Barney's had the good box out and knew he stole some points there. Barney's misses the front end of a 1-and-1. Richardson, LeVron Green, and still can't get anything going from 3. And NJCU now 5 of 15 from 3. They had started 4 of 5. Barney's stuck in the lane, turns it over. Green, another mid-range pull-up, this time from the left side. Timeout, Rutgers Newark. 55-54. NJCU's lead, that was as large as 13 late in the first half. And another costly turnover by Rutgers Newark here recently. LeVron Green, consecutive transition buckets on both sides, similar kinds of plays as if you would flip the replay. And Green with 6, playing with 4 fouls. This morning, NJCU men's basketball had their over 40 alumni game that started at 10:30 a.m. And then the under 40 alumni game started at 11:30. very good participation, very good food. Where they function at halftime. Last night was the women's alumni game here at 7 p.m. And earlier today, the Rutgers Newark women defeated NJCU 67-53. So congratulations to Coach Ashley Saplicki and her team for pulling out the win. Shot clock to 4. Barnes has to force a deep one. And they're going to get Dante Ralph for the over and back. And that is the 5th foul on Ralph. That really hurts Rutgers Newark. And now that forces Joe Loughran to bring in his backup center, Tyrone Bowers, who has been very foul prone. So as Ralph has finished 5 points, 6 rebounds in 24 minutes. Bowers is a bit more slender. And he had problems with Chico Wosu in the low block for a few minutes. Early in the second half, he accumulated 3 fouls in a few minutes. Meanwhile, here's James Julius to shoot the free throws. Yeah, Julius just 2 of 3 this season. Played for Linden head coach Phil Colicchio, who just retired. One of 2 on the trip. Under 6 minutes left. Zone look for NJCU. The lob over the top, and unable to finish is Isiofia Thomas. Misses the follow. Missed a point-blank follow. Rutgers Newark got what they wanted. The lob on the backside against the 2-3 zone. So now Vereen to run the point with Shaquan Worthy. Still on the bench with 4 fouls. And then LeVron Green is tripped up. So Green at 73% will shoot them. .504 left. NJCU still playing without Jeff Haddock, who will be a starting 2 guard. And Green has filled in his absence since. Haddock, a junior from Burlington Township, South Jersey, Willingboro High School. So once Haddock returns sometime in January, second one is good by Green. That'll be a very interesting mix for Coach Mark Brown at the 2 and 3 spots. Isiofia Thomas. Now against the zone, forced the pass into Bowers, deflected by Julius. Richardson has not scored in the second half after a huge first half of 12. Out of the short corner, LeVron Green. He has been the guy that may carry the Gothic Knights to a win. Timeout, Rutgers Newark. LeBron Green, 4 of 7 shooting, now with 10 points. 8 of his 10 points have come while he has had 4 fouls. 60-54 with 4:09 remaining. And the big shot there by LeBron Green. 3 of his field goals have been important mid-range jumpers. So Joe Loughran, they're trying to regroup. His team has had 10 team fouls for a while. And Sam Toney continues to sit on the NJCU bench for a while. 4 points for Toney, no field goals. Might be the first time in his career that he goes without a made field goal in a game. And Toney, a preseason first-team All-American. Last year's NJAC Player of the Year, only the 3rd sophomore to be named NJAC Player of the Year. "12 double-doubles last season. And NJCU trying to win with Toney, just not quite having it for the bulk of the game. And he remains on the bench here. Barnes. Vick flipped it in for Bowers. And the freshman converts the lay-in. 4-point game. And for Sam Toney, he was held to just 3 points against Rowan on a 1 of 8. A few games ago, missed 3 by Vereen. Isiofia Thomas facing up, shooting over Wosu. It's off. We'll hit the 3-minute mark. NJCU still by 4. NJCU still with 2 timeouts. Just 1 timeout remaining for Joe Loughran. Julius for the mid-range jumper. It's off and Vick rebounds. Isiofia Thomas. Bowers, right-hand jump hook, big shot for the freshman. A 1-possession game again. Here comes the trap on the freshman Vereen. Coach Mark Brown going with Worthy on the bench here as Richardson across the lane, no. Wosu will pick up a foul on the floor. Free throws for NJCU with 2 minutes left. And now as we speak, Shaquan Worthy will get up. Wosu, who's 1 of 4 at the line today, came in at 59%. So Worthy replacing Graylin Vereen. And Sam Toney is also going to check back in here. Rutgers Newark starting center Dante Ralph has already fouled out. Two different Gothic Knights, LeVron Green, Shaq Worthy, with 4 fouls themselves as Wosu makes 2 big free throws. For Rutgers Newark, Mike Vick has 4. And Tyrone Bowers with 3. Barnes chased off the arc. Ofrey to reset. Backdoor pass intercepted after the knockaway by Worthy. And we have a foul away from the ball. Vick picking up the foul, and that's the 5th foul on Vick. So 2 Rutgers Newark starters have fouled out. Looks like James Julius will be the shooter. So Joe Loughran is going to go smaller and bring in Quincy Rutherford. And he's not going to play with a post. He's going to keep Isiofia Thomas rather than Bowers Jr. at the 5. And it was Sam Toney that was fouled as he makes the free throw. Toney makes 2. The lead is 6 with under 90 seconds left. Barnes. And he'll be the guy they would love to get a 3 from. Rutherford. Skip pass, Ofrey. Barnes straight on a good look from 3. Rutgers Newark gets exactly what they want, 64-61. And now the Scarlet Raiders look for a stop. Timeout NJCU with 48.4. 1 timeout remaining for each side. Oh, what a battle today. As NJCU led by 13 at the half, 38-25. Rutgers Newark led several times in the second half by some low margins. And including the last time they led at, oh, I don't have that information accurate as I look at the box score. Incorrect. Well, they led 52-50 the last segment, and then one time after that. Each team over the limit and will shoot 2 the rest of the way. 2 Rutgers Newark starters have already fouled out. Worthy. James Richardson on the floor playing the crunch time minutes. LeVron Green. 40 seconds left. Worthy. Shot clock to 2. Worthy had to force. It goes. It will count. Our officials, to tell you what, just by the naked eye, I don't know if he got that shot off. If this was the NBA or Division I college with replays available, that would be ultra close. Shaquan Worthy with a heave hits the three. As we were able to show you a good look at that. And the officials, by the naked eye, it's extremely close. It would certainly create a 1-minute review at the Division I level. 67-61 as they adjust the clock after the make. Ofre trying to get the quick two, cannot, and is going to the line. Let's have another look. As you're looking for the ball to come out of the hands of Shaquan Worthy. As Ofre makes the first free throw. Extremely close as you're looking up at the shot clock to go from 1 to 0. Ofre making both. Final timeout, Rutgers Newark. So who will Rutgers Newark pick out here? Shaquan Worthy, the point guard, just 52%, is a likely candidate to catch the ball. And I can't tell from my vantage point who has the possession arrow in this case, but that's a big one. So Rutgers Newark can go for a tie-up and a steal and be aggressive on Worthy on the catch, the NJCU point guard. 67-63. And the NJCU starters that were struggling in the first half with a myriad of issues, foul trouble. LeBron Green, a big second half, has had his moments. Worthy knocking down the three after he picked up his fourth and sat for a while. And the other factoid of this, Rutgers Newark cannot call a timeout to advance the ball, which would be very helpful with 24.4 left. So Worthy's going to be the inbounder, and we'll get a foul without any time elapsing. It's on Rutherford. But that's a good job by Mark Brown putting Worthy as the passer. And James Julius will shoot the free throws. Just 2 of 3 of the season. Julius today, 1 of 2. To try to extend his 4-point game. Phil Colicchio retiring. And Julius played on a great Linden team his senior year. Two big makes. Ofre. Dribble handoff, Barnes. Fires the three, it's off. Ofre recovers it, 15 seconds. Ofre the step back, that's long on the follow. And it's put in by Towns. Inbound to Green, who's instantly fouled, 69-65 with 10.8 left. So NJCU not out of this one yet. Rutgers Newark, regardless of makes or misses, will need a quick 2 and then to repeat the process. Senior LeBron Green with 11 points, Teaneck High School product, where he played for head coach Jerome Smart. And he was young, played with Chris Jones, who went on to play at Pittsburgh. Ten of Green's 12 points in the second half. Ofrey to try to hurry, down by 6, needing a quick 3. Ofrey to the corner, Rutherford. That's off. Rebound Towns, that's it. And NJCU escapes Rutgers Newark, 71-65. In a game in which their leading scorer, Sam Toney, does not hit a field goal and ends up with just 6 points. The first time in the career of Toney that he's held with an over. But NJCU finds a way. It's Denzel Banks that leads the way with 13. 12 points from James Richardson all in the first half. James Julius with 12. LeBron Green with 12. NJCU shot 46%, made 6 threes, and 19 out of 24 at the line carried them. Rutgers Newark had 24 points, a game high from Chase Barnes, 12 for Marcus Sophia Thomas and Tyler Ofrey. 7 of 19 from threes, 14 of 18 from the free throw line, and shot 45%. Rutgers Newark falls a little bit short despite playing their usual excellent scoring defense as they hold NJCU down to just 71 points. And that 71 is a season low in points for NJCU, but this time they come up with a win. So that'll do it for my producer and director, Paul Tonicilli. My name is Ralph Bjornchik, saying so long and good night from the John J. Moore Athletic Center. NJCU improves to 7-3 in the season, 3-2 in the NJAC, while Rutgers Newark falls to 4-4, 1-4 in league play. Join us again on Monday night